I'm here to go over how to log on and use some of the amazing features that ConnectEd has to offer. That way, if you have any issues while you're going through math this year, you know how to use this online platform. To start with, if you're on the Chromebook, if you click the home button, it will take you to your useful links page. If you don't have a Chromebook, you can always type in this URL and it should take you to the specific page. Under useful links, the very first link is ConnectEd. So go ahead and click on ConnectEd. It's going to take you to this dashboard, and make sure that you are logged into your Edawanda account. That way you can see all the features. So you can double check right here, and in the top corner it should have your name with the Edawanda email. You're going to scroll down where it says ConnectEd. It's going to have the big CO in that purple box. Go ahead and click on it. It might take a while to load, so don't panic. You'll know you're almost there when it has these little red boxes that pop up just like this. And then it's going to take you to select your book. The blue books are 6th grade content. The green book is 7th grade, and the purple book is 8th grade. I'm going to show you the student edition so you can see exactly what your at-home version of this would look like. This is your main hub. I call it the main hub because everything you need will be on this page. And what's nice is this is all the page has on it, so everything you need is right here. The important things to look for is your menu at the top. I call it the little hamburger. You can also just make sure that it is your account, and if you have any questions or you're looking for something, you have that search feature right there. As we continue to look here, this is essentially your table of content. So right now I'm in chapter 4, lesson 2, but I want to go to chapter 1, lesson 1. If you see here the image changed, now everything on this page is geared towards chapter 1, lesson 1, even my ebook. I will go over these resources, but just know that whatever you select here in your table of content, that's what this whole entire page will have on it. So I'm going to go to my ebook. So that's your electronic book. Let's say you can't find your book, but you're still trying to get your work done like a great student that you are. You would wait for it to fully load because it's going to load the entire book. Once the page is loaded, it's going to look exactly like your math book that you have an actual physical copy of. As you can see here, there's 2 pages. Sometimes you're going to want to focus on just one, and that's okay. You click on this vertical rectangle, and it's going to take you to the single page. Using the arrows on the left and right, that's how you move from page to page, and you can see the page number has changed. I don't know about you, but I can't see all of this. Now I'm going to zoom in to make sure that I can see all of this. You can zoom in as much as you need to. If you look up here, this speaker, it will read the book page to you. Just like your teacher would in class, you have that ability when you're at home. You can also see I attempted to write hi, and I highlighted my chapter lesson. I have features at the top for highlighting. I can add a pen or a note. I can even underline so I can annotate just like how you would in your physical book. One feature that I really like is I really want my students to understand vocabulary, as you probably do. You can go to your glossary, and at any time you can go ahead and look up a word. You can see that has all the words just like the back of your book would. Some of them even have picture examples to show you. So this is your ebook. When you're done, you can go ahead and exit out, but before you exit out, the icons that were on the first page we were just at are also available on your ebook, so you don't have to go between screens. But if you think you're done, you can hit the X and just hit leave. It will save all of your annotations. Then here we have our lesson resources, which was what was at the bottom of your ebook. If you don't click on it but hover, it says these ABCs will be your vocabulary. This one would be your tutor, so it'll give you virtual tutoring sessions. That way you can practice problems or even just listen to how to solve a problem. This one is your tools, so all your manipulatives and other online resources would be with that icon. Right here is a red check. It's your self-check. This is e-help, so any help that you need. And the last icon would be worksheets, which makes sense because it looks like a worksheet. Underneath this is your homework. As you can see, this student has no homework assigned yet, but if you did have a homework, you'd be able to just look here and it would have your assignment already ready for you to access. I am going to go over all of these icons in my next video, and for that, make sure that you click on your menu and you can go ahead and look through all of these different resources. I'm going to start with the homework one on my next video. Welcome back to our second tutorial for ConnectEd. So over here, I wanted to go over this homework link for you, or this homework section. just like on your home screen, how it showed you the homework assignment, this one gives more detail. So let's say you have homework that's due later. In your homework history, this is for you to kind of monitor and keep track of your assignments. This is a great feature if your teachers are pushing out assignments through ConnectEd. Then if you go to resources, it contains all of those really cool little apps that we saw before. So that red check mark, that eHelp, and all of these other tools, it's going to give one area for you to select. So if I wanted to do a self-check, I can click on it. And look, there's only one self-check. If I click on this, the self-checks are like an online quiz. And it says at the top, Chapter 1, Lesson 1 quiz, where you can practice these problems, showing your work on a separate sheet of paper, selecting an answer. If you're stuck, you can also click Need a Hint, and it will give you an example and in not so many words, but a good hint that will get you started on how to solve the problem. Once you're done, you can click the X and it will take you back here. One cool part about this is once you're done and you click grade the quiz, it will give you feedback. It will show you the ones you got correct, incorrect, and it will even give you a percentage score. So that way you would know which you would want to practice more. So that's a self-check. Then I just go back to all resources, and then it will again give me all those options at the top. So eHelp, again for lesson 1, it looks like there's only one eHelp. This will give you a breakdown of a step-by-step way to solve and get your answer. So for this one, if I'm writing -6/11 as a decimal, it gives me in blue on the side what to do and it'll show me the work. So that way I know what I need to do when I'm showing my work. Again, when you're done, go back to all resources. Here's your tools. So this is where if you want to use manipulatives, so if you typically in class get to have a hands-on tool to help you, the computer is going to do the best it can to give you one as well. At the top left corner, you can see it says select a grade level. So I'm going to select 8th grade since that's the book I'm in right now. And I can pick my manipulatives. So let's say I'm doing something with money. Everyone loves money. Okay? I just take this, I drag it onto this board, and now I can use any of the tools here. And you can see too at the bottom, I can add in a text box. I can bring in a ruler. I can change colors. I can do a lot of things with this. And when I'm done, I just simply hit the X. Same thing with your e-toolkit. So for those of you that are probably in middle school and even not, you might want to graph something. But instead of doing the manipulatives, you can change your mat. So instead of this being a blank white background, you can go under graph paper and you can pick a blank graph. I can then go down to my pen and I can actually plot my points. So if you have any issues or want more practice with graphing, if you change the mat, it gives you kind of a template to work with. Again, when you're done, just hit the X. Again, I can go to all resources. And the amazing part is they have this for each lesson. So this is just lesson 1. Can you imagine all the other lessons, what great tools it has? Let's say I just want a tutor. I'm getting it, but I just kind of want to listen and see someone solve a problem. I can click on any of these media videos. I'm just going to pause the sound so I can keep talking. But I'm going to go through and show you. It's someone who is going through and showing you step by step, just like your teacher would, and just giving you some additional practice. My favorite part is it gives you the answer, and even on some of them, it shows you how to check your work to make sure that your answers are correct. I go back to all my resources. I have my vocabulary tool. So again, anything that you have will be right here, just like how I showed you before. And the last feature I want to show you about is the worksheets. So here, if your teacher assigns a worksheet, you can open it like a PDF version, and you can show all your work on a separate sheet of paper. But you can have all these additional practice problems that you can work on if you feel that that's something you need or your teacher assigns it. So that's ConnectEd.